Welcome to the show. It's the Gooner Tokes with me, Tokes, and it's a match preview because tomorrow we are the only show in town playing Brentford away from home. It's going to be a tough one. They're doing really well at the minute. They are 7th in the league. I'm doing this preview in the half time of the City game, and they're already smashing Fulham 3-0. So we need to get this win. Gonna jump into everything in a minute, but before I do, you know what to do. Like, share, if you're new here, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And yeah, pressure's on already. 3 points are in the bag for City, basically. I don't see no capitulation happening in the second half. And we need to get that win. Brentford have done phenomenally well this season. Everybody wrote them off. People were talking about them getting relegated because obviously Thomas Frank left. He's gone to Tottenham. And their set-piece coach is the guy who took over at Brentford. Brentford sits 7th. Thomas Frank has been sacked by Tottenham today. We've got this big game against Brentford. Tottenham all at sea, and Brentford trucking on. You know, that is one well-run club, and it's proven that they made the right choice in putting him as manager. So it's going to be a tough one tomorrow. We're playing away from home. We've got 3 away games in a row right now, so we really need to focus. 3 away games in the league, and it's tough playing away from home. Playing at Brentford, this is where you got to stand up and be counted, really. This is where, you've got to try and get something out of the game. Got to get that win if we can, for sure. Playing away at Brentford, it's going to be tough. City, like I said, they're putting the pressure on us. But anyway, we are at the top of the table, and that's where we want to stay. We want to put that lead back to 6 points tomorrow. All eyes are going to be on that game. The pressure's going to be on. But this is going to be one of the last times that this happens in terms of City putting the pressure on us, because our game against Wolves next week, midweek, means that we're constantly going to be like 1 game ahead of them. So we can really, if we get this win today against them, and then Wolves, it's very winnable. Let's worry about Wolves later. But if we can get this win tomorrow against Brentford, that is going to be a huge 3 points in the bag and a massive swing in the title race in terms of momentum and in terms of the psychology and all of that. So it means we got to go big. We can't mess around tomorrow. We got to go big. So in terms of my starting lineup, let's have a look at that right now. I mean, goes without saying, David Raya. I say it every week that it goes without saying, but there we go. What a solid keeper. How many clean sheets has he got this season? 12, 13. He's, for me, one of the most consistent keepers in the league. And of course, it helps that he has that fantastic defense in front of him. But yes, Raya, the man between the sticks. Then, for me, Timber, right back, probably the best right back in the league. I don't know, Reece James, that's the only kind of conversation that I'm going to listen to in terms of people talking about who's better than Timber. And Timber is an out-and-out right back, really. That's his best position. He can play other places, but that's his best position. So, Timber to continue in defense. Obviously, Gabriel Saliba, standard. Since we had so many changes in defense, like forced changes, not changes that we were doing because we're rotating and managing things, changes that were forced on us because we had players that were injured. And so now Gabriel and Saliba getting that partnership back together, it's crucial. It's what we're building everything on. We've obviously got the FA Cup game at the weekend, so that's where we're going to see changes, really. That's where you're going to see your Gyokeres playing in centre half and things like that. So for this big game tomorrow, away from home at Brentford, there's only one choice in terms of centre-half pairings. That's Gabriel and Saliba. And for me, left back, I'm going for Nketiah, and I think Arteta might too. Calafiori had a little bit of a shaky game, to be honest, in the last game, and I think got away with things a couple of times. I did say I thought maybe he could have, got a yellow card. He did risk it a couple of times, but he got through the game, fair enough. But for me, Nketiah is just much more solid. And I think playing Brentford, we don't want to give anything away at the back, to be honest. And so for me, I think Nketiah would be the better choice in that position. And I think Arteta might go that way. Midfield, Obviously, Rice and Zubimendi, both of them had stellar performances in the last game. Obviously, Zubimendi breaking the deadlock open with that fantastic goal, and Rice just doing what Rice does. Just box to box, defending, attacking, brilliant crosses, everything you want from a midfielder. This guy is world class, and he's going to be continuing his partnership with Zubimendi in that big game tomorrow. And then Kai Havertz, wow! Kai Havertz has come back. Kai Havertz come back and he means something this season. Do you know what I mean? He's determined to come and have something to say in this title race. And he's come back so, productive, goals and assists. And so he's got to continue in that role. Ødegaard is still coming back from injury. Eze, he's still trying to find his way into the team. It can take a little bit of time. Kai Havertz took, 70% of his first season to get into the squad and learn, how to play with the team and all of that. So it takes a bit of time. So for me, Kai Havertz has got to continue in that role. The way he links the play, the way he holds the ball up, the way he's always forward facing. That's what we want. And so Kai Havertz playing in that role. Then moving into the attack, Saka seems like he's not ready. He's still like a little bit short, so Madueke is going to continue. Madueke looked good in the last game. If not, he didn't really get goals and assists. And like I say, that's really the thing lacking in his game, because he scares defenders. He puts defenders on the back foot. If he just creates a bit more in terms of, goals and assists, he's going to be one of the top players in the league in that position and putting real pressure on Saka when Saka's fit. Then on the left, Trossard, he might not make it. If he doesn't, then I think Martinelli is going to be the one who comes in. But I'm hoping Trossard's going to make it. And if he does, he's the one that's going to start. Up front, Gyokeres. Wow. Comes on, gets a brace. He is looking full of confidence now. That's what you want. You want your strikers. Their whole game is based off confidence. Look at Haaland. He said it himself in an interview. Big old Haaland, If you don't feel confident, then it just doesn't flow. You can't get your game going. Haaland went through a bit of a drought, and he's been in this league for ages. And it looks like Gyokeres is finally finding his feet and getting his confidence. And it's time for him to just explode. If Gyokeres can score, I don't know, half as many goals as he scored, in Portugal, and if he can really contribute to this run-in, wow, that is going to be immense. That's something that can push us over the line, and he might be peaking at the right time. So keep him in, keep him playing, and I think he's the guy that's going to get the nod. Jesus didn't really do much in the last game, if I'm perfectly honest, apart from, putting the defense under pressure, running them ragged a little bit. That was it. He didn't really, create much, and then Gyokeres came on, and I think he reaped the benefits, to be fair, of Jesus' tireless work. So for me, that's my starting 11. It's going to be a tough one at Brentford. We've kept a lot of clean sheets, really. I think Brentford are going to try and put it on us a little bit, and we're playing away from home. So I could see a goal going in. I could see us conceding, only one. And then in terms of us, I think, it's going to be a tight game. And I think, for me, this game, I think it's got 2-1 written on it, if we're going to win this one. And yes, Kai, get on the score sheet, my brother. So for me, my prediction for the game is 2-1. We need to get this win. City were beating Fulham last time I checked, and that's our biggest competition. Everybody else is out of it now. Everybody else is out of this title race. It's a 2-horse race. I did a video about that. Go check it out. But, big game tomorrow. 3 points is the only thing we need. Ultimately, I don't care how we get the 3 points. We just need to get it. And a 2-1 win, I'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sundays. So bring it on. Big, big game. Hey, why don't you drop a note in the comments. Let me know what you think the score is going to be. Do you think it's going to be a tight one? I hope I'm being a bit pessimistic, and then we actually end up winning this game a lot more comfortably than I'm predicting. But 2-1 for me is what it's going to be. Let me know if you disagree with the starting 11. Who do you think is going to make it, really? Do you agree with the Gyokeres decision? I think he's got to start, right? He looks like he's bang on form now. And Kai Havertz as well. So keep this going. Keep selecting the strongest team you can and the team that's working well. We can rest at the weekend for the FA Cup, or at least rotate a little bit. Hey, I'll see you next time, people. Gonna get back to the game, see what's happening. Fulham, have you done something? Probably not. I'll see you later, people. Take it easy. Have a good evening. Don't forget to like, share. If you're new here, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff. See you later, people. Peace. Bye.